NDTV, and you're watching NDTV Profit in association with NSC.
$8,574, so maintaining the gains of opening or the gap up opening for the markets right now. Off the day's high by about 15-20 points, but don't think that should be a matter of concern for any bulls in the market. Earnings season has started in full flow. Zensar Technologies is one company that declared its numbers yesterday post-market hours. Numbers were broadly in line, but one would say that there was a slight bit of negative bias. 3% decline for Zensar Technology. This is a reaction coming in post-results. Let's welcome in the management at Zensar Technology, Sandeep Kishore, MD and CEO. Sir, if you could just tell us about the numbers. Gross profits actually expanded by 4%.
Yes, good to be talking with you. We, on an operating basis, sequentially actually delivered a pretty good set of numbers. We grew 2% sequential on constant currency on revenue. In dollar terms, it was 1.8%. And as you said, gross margin expanded 3.7%, particularly in a quarter which also saw wage increase. The operating income at EBITDA grew 4.1%. So overall, on all the operating parameters, sequentially, the numbers did quite well. Profit after tax declined, particularly given the currency impact. But for the currency impact, actually, it would have gone up by about 40 basis points.
Right. So as you said that operationally numbers were good, is it also because of several transformation measures that the company is taking? The numbers may not be exactly comparable?
So I think, first and foremost, we've always maintained that our focus is to be digitally relevant to our customer and be a part of the digital transformation enterprises, particularly in the market segment that we are focused on, which is manufacturing, retail and consumer, and financial services. We now are at about 27.8% of our total business is digital. We've announced $40 million worth of new wins in Q2, which is digital win. That's about 1/3 of the total win for the quarter. And all of our growth vectors, whether it is in the growth geographies, US, Europe, and South Africa, grew at par at the company level or more. US grew at about 2% constant currency, Europe grew about 3%, and Africa grew about 4%. The market segment also has done quite well. Retail, which is seeing massive transformation, particularly led by omni-channel, actually grew 10% sequentially. Financial services, 1.8%. So overall, I think we are delivering quite well on the digital-led transformation initiatives with our customers.
Right. So, for Zensar, we've seen, of course, new management under your leadership. We've seen new investors coming in. The company has taken a lot of corrective measures to improve its portfolio. But in FY18, it will be a real reflection of the efforts that are being put right now?
We don't give any guidance, but all endeavors are completely aligned, as I've said, to focus on a fewer growth vectors and work deeper. If I can just call out one of the measures which we have been talking about it, that we want to focus on a fewer set of customers where we can deliver multiple services and more aligned towards digital transformation. You've actually seen our top 5, top 10, and top 20 customers expand revenue, and actually that expansion has been quite good. The top 5% now contributes 39% of our business, top 10, 49%, and top 20, 59% of our business. And across all those three, we've been talking about it, that we want to focus on a fewer clients. We want to enrich more solutions around our return on digital framework, which is built around robotics process automation or bots or the machine learning, cybersecurity. So focusing on where our clients are spending into their own business has always been a key part of our strategy. And that's exactly where we are building our solutions and putting our sales and marketing investments as well.
So can you just talk about the digital bit as well? What is the current contribution of digital? Last year, it grew pretty well. This year also, the growth will be led by digital, 20-30% in terms of the industry growth?
Clearly, digital is the business. It's not just a technology or a platform or an enabler. For across the segment, we see that. And, we ourselves at Zensar want to be a 100% digital company. We have made that commitment a while ago now. And we've launched multiple platforms and multiple enterprise-class digital solutions. Digital contributes about 27.8% of our business. As we close this fiscal, it will be north of 30%. And we continue to see, pretty significant growth across all digital-led portfolio. If you've seen our digital IMS cloud business, which is part of our digital portfolio, actually grew 13.9% sequentially. So all the investments in solutions, are kicking in quite well.
Right. So cloud and IMS, as you mentioned, they continue to gain traction, and that's where the investments are happening?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. We are completely aligned to in the hyper orchestration cloud layer, managed services layer, new automation solution, the service automation solution which we are launching. And focus is that we have many of our customers which are application led. Application still is almost 3/4 of our business. Infrastructure and cloud is about 1/4. So there is a reasonable high growth potential available for our cloud business into even our existing set of customers, and that's been our big priority and focus area now.
Right. So one of the leading reports which is betting on your company says that the company is betting on the success of Oracle Commerce. Can you just explain that for us?
So we acquired a company 2 years ago called Professional Access, which is now fully integrated. It's part of our portfolio, and it's now called Digital Commerce Services. That is Oracle Commerce, and our focus in Oracle Commerce is clearly to actually take Oracle Commerce Cloud as the priority area, and all the investments on solutions, for omni-channel is actually built around cloud. That's where clients want us to put the investment. That's where we are aligned, and there are significant wins which we have announced, particularly in the commerce segment, which is built around Oracle. We participated in Oracle Open World a couple of weeks ago in San Francisco, and we launched several of our solutions at the event itself.
Right. So in this new digital business, the risk of cannibalization is lower?
So our return on digital framework, which we go to market with, is actually focused on 3 tenets. It's focused on agility, it's focused on crossover, and of course the core system. And the way to create business impact through digital is a combination of all 3 of them: agility, crossover, and core systems. And our engagement model with the customer, our solution investment with the customers, the investment which we are putting in our delivery team, and of course in our client engagement team, are all built around that. Cannibalization can happen only if you are focused on the back-end traditional services. There is high growth vector which is possible both in the crossover as well as in the agility. So you really have to transform the proposition that you are taking to market. And if the propositions are aligned to creating business impact for the customer, we feel pretty good that there is significant growth momentum possible.
Right, so thank you so much for explaining us about the numbers as well as what's the way forward for Zensar Technologies. That company declared its numbers, the management saying that operationally the numbers are looking decently strong. Taking a break, coming back in 2 minutes, we'll talk about the banking sector on the other side.